Okay folks, today we're testing this 1971 Oldsmobile Cutlass AM/FM stereo radio. This is the real deal stereo model, as you can see there on the face. And these were very rare when new and extremely hard to find today. This particular version of the stereo radio was used in 1971 and 1972. This one uses two heat sinks with two separate transistors that are attached to the radio. In 1970 there was a similar radio, same faceplate and all, but it was a two-piece unit, which was much more complicated and kind of a pain. So this is a nice upgrade for the 70 model year as well. You can see on the side of the radio the model number is 13A-FM1. So 1 is 1971. 3 is Oldsmobile, A is A-body, so that's F85 Cutlass or Vista Cruiser, and FM is AM/FM stereo. 1 is the first version of the radio. And anyway, I had this gone through by a gentleman who's been servicing these radios for decades. It was an expensive one to repair. Total of $281.20 plus shipping and all the different things, so it probably ends up being $350 to have it serviced. Good news is, you know that that's all dialed. I didn't do any cosmetic work to it. I know a lot of guys like to do their own cosmetic stuff, so you can see there's black paint that's missing on the inside of the AM/FM deal, but at least the things are there. The dial itself is quite nice. The push buttons are a little worked, especially this center one's a bit scratched up. And the case could use some cleaning if that's something that concerns you. It's all here. It's just a little tattered. Anyway, like I said, I just decided to leave it this way so the next guy could figure out what he wants or she wants to do to it. But our goal today is to test this puppy, and we have it hooked up to a 12-volt power supply, the correct speaker, and an antenna. We'll test both audio channels separately so you can see that each works loud and clear. And yeah, without further ado, one more thing, my AM reception is pretty weak where I live here. It's not a fault of the radio, but just the valley that I live in. So AM reception is pretty weak from the center of the dial on over here. So just keep that in mind. FM isn't affected by that, so no worries on that. There's kind of our first station there. There we go, and it gets better here.
And on the whole world,
for the sake of his sorrowful passion,
have mercy on us and on the whole world.
He responded to that. Said, first of all, let me say you can't accuse me of all the things you know. You are...
So, and they even go out of state, and he was stymied every step of the way. And that...
Anyway, real nice. Then we'll switch over to FM here. You can see FM. You can see the stereo indicator here is lit up. You'll see that turning on and off as we go down the dial. And what that indicator does is tells you that there's a strong FM stereo signal coming in, so we'll play true stereo sound between the two channels. Anyway.
The pre-playground.
In fact, we might as well switch over to the other channel here if I can. I'm looking at it, I'm not sure if I can hook up to it, but the other channel comes out of this blue connector here, and here's our standard audio channel, so we'll disconnect that. I'm just trying to see if I can actually hook up to it for a long period. It's inside the connector, if that makes sense. There we go.
Be ready, we're going to have lots of people. What's the status of the new sound engine?
Yeah, so if you watch this, you'll see it turn on and off. See, there it is, off, and then we're back on. See, off, on.
And then also
La Alianza Oposición.
the Wagner paramilitary group.
Anyway, real nice. Show you the push buttons work here. Finally, I'll show you how to set a push button. So we'll find a station we like. I like the Hippo here. It's probably the Hippo. It doesn't really matter. Okay, then we just pull out on a push button. Whichever one you want, push it back in. No matter where we go, we can go right back to where we were. Anyway, if you've been looking for a factory AM/FM stereo radio for your 70 to 72 Oldsmobile F85 Cutlass A-body Vista Cruiser, this very well could be the one. It's a real nice radio overall. Like I said, it could use some cosmetics. If like this push button bothered you could switch it from an AM radio or whatever you want to do. Some guys are just looking for a survivor type looking radio, and this is very much that radio right now, so I decided to leave it that way. Anyway, this radio comes with a 90-day warranty on parts and labor, and if you've been looking for one, don't miss it.